If April has 2
Ready?
slides, 10 minutes.
Okay, we're going to get started here. I'd like to call the Grove Downtown Development Authority meeting to order at 6:30. The first item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Porcerelli, would you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all of you that are in the audience, we are going to be conducting our regular DDA meeting tonight, but the first item after we approve the agenda is going to be a presentation on the social district. So you don't have to sit and listen to all the other boring parts of our meeting if you don't want to. So with that, the first item is the approval of the agenda, and we're going to move the presentation of the Macomb Street Social District presentation to right after the approval of the agenda, and then the action item, the resolution to recommend the approval after that, and then we'll move back into the regular agenda that starts with the approval of the minutes.
Did you officially do roll call?
Oh, thank you, Maureen. I need to do roll call. So first, Mr. Moran is here, Supervisor Porcerelli,
Here.
Mr. Anderson,
Here.
Ms. Armiak,
Here.
Ms. Pusak,
Here.
Mr. Ranley,
Here.
Ms. Stanko,
Here.
Ms. Karn,
Here.
Mr. Jacobson.
Here.
Thank you for that. Next item is the approval agenda as amended.
I make a motion to approve.
I support.
Motion by Ms. Armiak, supported by Mr. Ranley to approve the agenda as amended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. The next item is the presentation of the Macomb Street Social District.
All right. Thank you, Mr.
Right.
Chair. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for making it out. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the social district that we're proposing for Macomb Street. So I'm going to go over what a social district is, where we're planning on doing it, and sort of the rules and regulations that come along with it, and how we will hopefully implement it if it's approved by the Township Board. So a social district is an area designated by a local government where customers can carry and drink an open container of alcohol purchased from a participating bar or restaurant. The state of Michigan enacted the law to allow social districts in July of 2020 to support hospitality businesses, to spur economic activity and allow communities to expand outdoor dining and drinking areas. And this was a law that was sunset to be in 2025, but because of the success, they said, we're just going to keep it going. So what is a commons area? A commons area is defined by a border that's shown here. You guys see my cursor up there? Yep. So this is the commons area where you can drink. And then this is the border of the social district. This is in Marshall, Michigan. And that includes sidewalks adjacent to licensed establishments. Crosswalks and roadways are considered a part of the social district as it pertains to pedestrian travel only. So the purpose is to expand outdoor eating and drinking locations throughout Macomb Street. It's to encourage additional pedestrian traffic and consumer spending and store visits, and to create an additional draw for visitors and locals to spend more time on Macomb Street. Some more information. So alcohol can only be consumed in the commons area designated within the social district. The township designates the social district, which includes signage, boundaries, hours of operation and maintenance. And each business that has an eligible liquor license wanting to participate must file an application for a social district permit with the MLCC. And that's a $250 annual fee plus a $70 inspection fee with approval from the township. So you must apply through the township first, then approved by the township board, and then it would be sent off to the state. So the general rules of social districts are to purchase your beverages only from permitted restaurants, enjoy your beverage only in an authorized social district cup, enjoy your beverage only within the designated boundaries of the district, and ask Macomb shops, retailers, and services if they welcome social district beverages. So as a rule of thumb, if you were to go into a restaurant that is participating in the district, you are not to enter any other store with that cup unless it's a real retail shop like Island Goods. They could say, hey, we're social district friendly, please come in, right? but you're not allowed to walk into another restaurant, right? So you must discard of your cup before you walk into another restaurant. And so don't assume that every restaurant participates. Do not bring your own booze. Don't bring or refill your own cup. Don't take alcohol outside of the district boundaries, and don't take any alcohol inside any other bar, restaurant, or licensed establishment. Some more rules. A commercial establishment selling food without a liquor license cannot allow the consumption of alcoholic beverages on its premises. So like I said, you can't take a cup from Lloyd's, walk into the bakery. Social district permit holders are responsible for the sale of alcohol, which, confirming the consumer's identification and age, and prohibiting the sale of alcohol to intoxicated parties. Just the same exact rule that exists today, right? All alcohol must be served in a container that holds 16 ounces or less of liquid. It cannot be made of glass, and it must have the logo of the permit holder and the Macomb Street Social District. So we have our own logo. The Macomb Street Social District has our own logo. And then on the other side of that cup, it'll have the Lloyd's logo or Sully's logo on it. So, and the township liability, there's no liability to the township. I confirmed this with our attorneys, except to enforce the law where practical. So approved licensed businesses must not overserve patrons and will be responsible for such actions or violations. Patrons will also be held responsible for their action under the law. So here's the list of eligible businesses. Right now we have 3 with Lloyd's, Perdino's, and Sully's. The Literary Hideaway will likely be getting their approval here pretty soon. And Galindo's they have their application with the state right now. It seems like that they're still trying to work that out. But that is a potential business that could participate in the social district. So right here and on the screen, you can see the proposed district. It extends from the Commons on Meridian Macomb all the way down to the end of Nate's Market. We see a concentration of participating businesses on the east side of Macomb Street, but we figured leaving it open for the case of, what if somebody who buys Nate's wants to have a beer hall in there? That could be that could definitely be a qualifying establishment. So next steps, the DDA will recommend a resolution to the township board. The township board will either approve or deny or amend our resolution that we're recommending. And then if they approve, then it would be forwarded to the state, and the state would approve, and then we would have a social district. So once approved, we will do the following. The DDA will do the following of collecting permit applications from eligible businesses. We will educate the public on the rules and regulations. So over there, you can see the rules of engagement. That would be posted at each participating business and would be posted on signs along the social district. We would also purchase signs that say that this is where the social district ends and begins on each side of the boundary. And we would also purchase cups. And then you can see here in this slide, there's a pavement treating right there, or sidewalk treatment that basically would indicate the end of the social district. And just some quick data from other communities. There's approximately 137 cities, townships, and villages that have a social district, 67 of which have 4 or less eligible establishments. So much like Macomb Street, we only have 3 or approximately 4. There's 67 other communities that have the same amount of businesses. And then 9 cities in Wayne County, Belleville, Dearborn, Grosse Pointe Park, Grosse Pointe Woods, Northville, Trenton, and Wyandotte. According to a survey, 100% of communities surveyed recommend social districts. 80% are open 7 days a week, and only 20% are open on weekends. So that is one aspect of this. We're recommending to have a 7-day-a-week social district. But, if the township board feels that, how about we just start with Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we want to shorten the times, that is definitely doable. But we're just proposing a general 7 days a week from 12 to 10 p.m. So And I reached out to adjoining police chiefs in Wyandotte, Trenton, Belleville, and in Almont, which is a small town where I'm from. So I figured, why not ask them? And for the most part, all of them said that they've seen no issues with it, no increase in crime. I think Belleville said, well, we get a few public intoxications, but that's nothing out of the norm. So, but a lot of them attributed that, social districts have enhanced existing events and attract folks to frequent their downtowns. So that's all I have. We have a survey live right now. We've collected 11 respondents, 10 of which said that they were in support and 1 said that they were not. So that's all I have.
With that, I will open it up to anyone that would like to make a comment, or if anyone has any questions, we'll try to answer those for you.
Sounds like a good idea.
Thank you.
Appreciate the comment. Anybody else? Nobody else? Anybody else on the board have any comments or questions? We've already discussed this at one of our prior meetings, so we've gone through the presentation and the discussion prior to tonight's meeting.
And obviously, Ross, you said, it could be scaled back to weekends, but weekends and special events.
Correct. Yep. And another thing is, if it goes completely unhinged, which hasn't been seen in any community, but if it does get out of control, the township board can revoke at any moment. So, and we can constantly amend. You could change the boundaries at any point. If we want to just keep it to the east side or the west side of Macomb, that's definitely doable. So there's a lot of flexibility with this program. So.
Any other comments? Hearing none, we have a action item before us that reads, be it resolved, the Groseal Downtown Development Authority hereby recommends the Township Board adopt a social district plan with a boundary that extends along Macomb Street, beginning at Meridian Road and ending east of 7560 Macomb Street. I will entertain a motion.
I'll support.
You're making a motion.
I'll support.
Motion by Ms. Pusak, supported by Mr. Jacobson to approve the resolution. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Thank you for attending tonight. We're going to get on with the rest of the business part of our agenda. With that, we will move to the approval of the minutes of the March 27th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve. I will support.
Motion by Ms. Armiak, supported by Ms. Karn to approve the minutes of the March 27, 2025 meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. The next item is the approval of our financial report for March 2025. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to look at that. And Ross, anything you wanted to point out in the report?
Nope, it was it wasn't very active month, so there's not much there.
Motion to approve.
I'll support.
Motion by Mr. Jacobson, supported,
Other way around.
Other way around.
motion by
Mr.
Mr. Ranley, supported by Mr. Jacobson. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Our next item is the discussion item of the DDA parking lot. Ross?
Yep. So talked with Carl Moore. He will be out there ripping up all the dead foliage out there, and will be coming soon to us with a landscaping plan here soon. So just wanted to keep in mind with that. So that might be an expense that's a pretty sizable expense coming up. So would the board like to see that landscape plan before moving forward? I'm assuming so.
Yes.
Yep.
I think you
Yeah.
should. And when you bring that plan, are you going to have the cost?
Yep.
As well?
100%. Yep.
And when he looks at where he purchases his flowers, and I'm not a landscaper, so I'm not self-serving here, but, I mean, like the new gentleman that we have, doing our pots,
Yeah.
and the plants, it'd be great if we just knew that they were kind of being supported locally.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be sure to communicate that with him. I know he's going to look for, sustainable plants that won't die, like the trees and stuff that we had there before. So, yeah.
Any other comments or questions on the DDA parking lot? Hearing none, we'll move on to the next item, which is the DDA Director's Report. Ross, anything?
I've got nothing to report, just that the recommendation will be sent to the Township Board May 12th, right, Supervisor Porcelli?
Yes.
May 12th. So I'll do a study session with the Township Board, answer any questions that they might have. And then I think we would have an action item that same night, correct?
Yes, I scheduled a half hour. Do you feel that's appropriate? I mean,
Yeah,
because obviously it's the same thing here.
right. Yeah, I mean, I thought that tonight would take at least an hour and it took 13 minutes. So, so who knows, right?
I scheduled 6:30 to 7. I mean,
Yeah, that's
is
perfect.
that fine with you?
Yeah.
And then I'd like to vote on it that night.
Great.
So that way, if there's any questions in the study session, then we can hash it out.
Yep.
I don't foresee any yet. I mean,
Yeah.
but I haven't heard any yet. How about that? So
Yeah. And then once it's forwarded to the state, I'm not sure how long the process is for the state to review and approve. I'm not sure how regularly they meet, but
that's why I want to vote on it on the next meeting. So possibly, I know the state usually on certain issues, it's about 30 days to 60 days.
Yeah.
But hopefully if they get it, we'll have it for summer at least.
Yeah,
that'd
be great.
I mean, when the weather gets, I mean, it's nice now, but I mean, when it stays nice.
Right.
One quick question.
Go ahead.
Do you know the date that the flowers will go up? Do we, is there a?
Going
plan?
up right before Island Fest.
Okay.
Yeah, the parade, yeah, which is the 31st. It'll be up the 30th. So we do have someone to water the plants, thank God.
Anything else, Ross?
Nope, that's it.
Next item on the agenda is the chairman's report. I have nothing new to report tonight, so we will move on to public comment. Anyone in the audience like to make any public comment? Hearing none, we will move on to our next item, which is a motion to adjourn.
I will.
I will make a motion.
Yeah.
Make a motion
Yeah,
by
right.
Ms. Carr, supported by Ms. Pusak to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion carries.
Might be a record.
I know. That was